Hi, welcome to Watch the Time and to a new watch video which should be a lot more exciting than it actually is, because it's a kind of double-edged sword, this one, and this will kind of highlight some of the problems when buying second-hand watches on eBay. And to me it's like swings and roundabouts. Now, I've had the Seiko Baby Monster for a while, and I bought that to sort of satisfy my need for a monster but without spending hundreds of pounds. That one only cost me just over £100, and I really like that. I've actually got it back on the original strap now. But I've been keeping my eye out for a monster, and one came up, and it's actually quite an unusual monster, and I've never seen one of these before, and I've never seen one since I bought it. Seems to be very little information on it, but I just really like the design of it. So I pulled the trigger on it. It wasn't in mint condition. It was listed as having some scratches, wear and tear, but I thought, no, I like it, I'm going to go for it. I don't mind the odd scratch on there's one on the bezel and a couple on the crystal. So here it is, and it is a handsome beast, and I just love the dial. I like the compass bezel and the plain sort of black and white with the brushed stainless steel. I just love everything about it. I love that it's a monster with this shielding round it, and I really like it. And I was over the moon when I got this watch, so over the moon that I instantly put feedback on. Unfortunately, when I woke up the next morning, it was about 2.5 hours slow, and I thought, oh, perhaps there's no screw down crown on this, so perhaps I've knocked the crown, pulled the crown open, stopped it running, perhaps I set it wrong, all that kind of stuff. So next day, made sure that none of that happened, and lo and behold, it had lost about another 3 hours overnight. And the bottom line is it stops when, and I've sort of narrowed it down to when the date change starts to happen. When it's in that process, the second hand, it just stops running, but it always stops in line with the minute hand. So I don't know, someone might sort of pinpoint an issue there that I don't know what it is. It could just be, I was told that this was sat in a cupboard for a couple of years, so I don't know if it's just gunked up or if there's something in there or what. It was quite a grubby watch. I haven't actually cleaned it yet, and there's a few marks on it where it looks like someone's tried to get the bezel off and different things, but I can kind of forgive all that if it actually works. But yeah, unfortunately it stops. During the day when it's nowhere near date change, it works fine. Now I have heard this thing about when you're changing the date in the date change mode, whether that can strip gears and things. I don't know, perhaps that's what's happened to it. I'm always very careful of that kind of thing, so it could be that. I don't know what it is, but my dilemma is, do I just return it, and being a fairly rare piece, I think, do I return it and just hope to get another one, or should I get it repaired myself and it stomach some of the cost? I will try and recoup some of the cost, and I have been offered, to his credit, a full refund, but I want the watch. So if I want the watch, I kind of can't then say to him, I want you to pay for the repairs. I can ask, but I can't force it because he's offered me the full refund. Then I thought, well, if he does a refund and then gets it all repaired, and it's relisted at a later date, is the price going to go up? I paid less than £200 for this, so I've not paid a huge amount of money, but it is a large sum of money to pay out for something that doesn't work. So I'm kind of in two minds of what to do at the moment. Now you can see there's a couple of scratches on the crystal, so I was then thinking, well, perhaps I should just get this sent away and have a new crystal put in and have it repaired and get it sort of all cleaned up, and it will be like shiny new. I'm just going to flip over to the back so you can see all the details on there. So you can see this is the 4R35B movement, which is interesting because that actually says there 4R36. That's the first time I've actually noticed that the movement itself says 4R35B, but on the actual display case back it says 4R36O2YO, and then something in kg, water resistant to 10 bar. So I'm not really sure what I've got here, to be honest. There is a serial number etched on the back there, so I might have to do a bit more research on this watch. You know, I think it might have been got at some point. If anyone can help with that in the comments, then let me know. I was under the impression that it was an SRP441 K, and I think it was nicknamed the Field Monster, this one. But as I say, I can't really find an awful lot of information about it. And I know it's a first gen because it's only 100 metres water resistant and it's not got a screw down crown, but we have got hacking and hand winding. So I'm not sure, but I just love the watch. I love the design of it. It's got a bi-directional smooth bezel, which is sort of interesting. And again, I don't know if it's meant to be like that. I like these sort of cutouts on the side. I'm just going to pop it against the Baby Monster there. So it's slightly different in that it is ever so slightly bigger, but the bezel's thinner, so face on the watch than on the Baby Monster. But obviously you can see the similarities there. I like the mainly brushed finish with just a bit of polish in there on the bezel. You know, we've got drilled lugs. It is a really nice watch, but I'm really hoping for some help on this as to what I've actually got here. Is that normal, that disparity between the case back and the actual movement? Or is this just is it a replacement case back? I don't know. So I'm just going to pop it on wrist and give you a wrist shot. And this is on my Sectime Lion strap that I took off the Baby Monster, and I think it suits this watch actually quite well. It's a nice chunky strap. And there it is on my just over 7 inches. This is a chunky beast, but I really like the watch. It's got, you know, the typical Seiko loom, and yeah, I just really like it. But I'm not sure what I've got, or whether I've been, I don't know if I've been stung on this. It cost me £175, so you know, I really want people's opinions on this as to whether or not I should just return it perhaps and hope to get another one, or is it a rare piece, or you know, is it a Franken watch almost? I just don't know. But any help would be appreciated on this one. So for now, this is Watch the Time, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.